Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed getting to know the giver and the receiver within you last week. This week we are going to focus on releasing and healing and embracing change. Change is simply the allowing the death of something so that something new can be reborn. So that's the essence of change. But change isn't a passive process. It requires action on your part. Because we can do all of the energetic shifts and the healing that needs to be done, but if your actions aren't matching what has shifted internally, we're never going to see the transformation. We're never going to see the outward transformation that is the manifestation of the internal shifts. So I invite you to consider your actions. So many of our actions are automatic. They're driven by our subconscious, and they're meant to, because we simply don't have enough brain power to consciously decide everything that we do. We would simply tire out very early on in the day. So a lot of what we choose to do during the day is not actually a choice. It's based on conditioning and old patterns. So we do what we've always known. I think they say something like 90% of what we say today is exactly the same of thoughts or words. Either way, it's 90% exactly the same as what you may have thought of yesterday. So we are creatures of habit, which means that for us to really embrace change, we have to take that step to do something different. We have to make that choice, right? So in any given moment, to bring choice back into the equation, to say, well, I could choose to go down the well-trodden path, which has been built based on the past, my past experience, my past hurts, my wounds, all of the stories that I'm holding on to. Or I can create a new path. Now, there's no right or wrong choice here. It's simply what you are prepared to decide. So as long as you are in choice, you can make that decision mindfully. Which is why having that conscious awareness, having that observation is the most important part. And that is what this program helps you do by keeping these aspects front and center, so that you become more aware of when you default to an old pattern subconsciously. And in that moment, when you pick that up, it's not an invitation for you to judge yourself. It's an invitation for you to try something different, to make a different choice, to create a new path. And that's the beginning of change. So this week we have a full moon as well. The full moon is in Taurus. Taurus energy is stubborn, and they don't like change. It's really interesting and not coincidental that that is what's happening right now for us. With Mercury still in retrograde in Scorpio, that's our subconscious mind. That's the underworld. It's where all our secrets are hidden. So how I see this is that this is a chance, as the moon is full, It's all about releasing. It's our chance to release these deeply held secrets in our subconscious, these stubborn patterns that we hold on to. And sometimes we don't even know why we're holding on to them. We are holding on to them. And mostly it is because it's very deeply rooted in our past. They may be generational beliefs, generational wounds. And so there's an element of survival in all of this. We must hold on to these beliefs because they keep us alive, they keep us safe. So I had a client in the clinic yesterday who has been doing a lot of work on abundance, and it's yielding rewards. She can see the shift. She is getting offers of free things, and she's getting discounts here and there. But she can't work out why she wasn't getting any more than that. And when we delved into it, it was her beliefs about receiving that was holding her back. She only had the capacity to receive just so much. So her capacity reflected what she was getting, or what the opportunities that were before her. Because anymore, and she wouldn't know how to hold that. So these beliefs often come from our parents, our mothers, our fathers, grandparents, great-grandparents, and they lived in a different time than us. They may still be with us, and yet when they were born, the stars were in different positions. So they had different generational challenges than us. It served them to have these beliefs. It kept them alive. But now it's limiting your ability to receive openly. So this week, I invite you also to have a look at these beliefs that you may have inherited. They may not be any of what I've spoken about, or they may be more than what I spoke about as well. But let yourself tune into yourself, your own subconscious, and see what is ready to come up. I'll be hosting a full moon remote healing and meditation on Wednesday. I know some of you can't make it. I will be recording it, provided everything goes to plan, because at the last Mercury retrograde, the full moon meditation did not record. So let's see how we go this time. You have also received healing for week 2 of this program, and you'll be receiving that at a time that is most appropriate for you, as guided by your higher wisdom, higher intelligence. So this week I have prepared a week 2 guidebook for you. You are welcome to use the same daily meditation to help you receive the healing, to help you integrate the healing, and to help you gain a deeper awareness of the prompts for self-inquiry as well. So while there seems to be a lot that needs to be done, feel free to take the approach of also allowing yourself to not do anything. Simply be with the question. So it's not an intellectual exercise of, I need to answer this question, but simply being with the question and seeing where it takes you. You may not end up answering the question the way that you may think the question needs to be answered, but they're simply doorways in. They're doorways into your subconscious. They're doorways in, they're an invitation to have a dialogue with something deeper than what your intellect can access. So see if you cannot, tick things off the list, in a way that, we're used to in our society. But simply be with all of the information. Simply cast your eyes over it. Have a read. What resonates with you the most? And allowing the week to unfold as it needs to, because the intentions have been set. And you may want to set your own intentions that's more aligned with where you feel you're at as well. If you feel you need some additional support, or if you have any questions, thank you so much for sharing your week 1 insights with me. I love reading them. So if you have any awareness that comes up this week as well, if you feel comfortable, I'd love to hear from you again. Otherwise, have a great week, and I'll see you again. If not on Wednesday, then definitely again next Sunday.